Man.
Wait,
Oh, we're live?
Wait, what?
Whoa.
Oh, shit, I got my other old man glasses on. Ordinal Grandpa here. Welcome to Ordinals
Yeah,
Are
we're
Dead.
live, man.
Hey. I don't even know who you are. Sometimes you're here, sometimes you're not here. Welcome to Ordinals Are Dead. I'm Troy. This is, what's your name again?
BG.
BG, what's up? BG or Chad? That's
Great
not
to
his
see you.
nickname, by the way. So when I call him that on the space, that's his fucking given name because I'm his father. And we have Elmo Sabes?
Sabes.
Tú eres Sabes?
Sabes.
Elmo Saves here. He's a local
Saves.
legend. And we're here, man. Ordinals are dead like runes are dead. Pre-runes are dead, according to Leo. And they're dead like, I don't know.
Pre-wrecked.
Pre-wrecked, baby. Pre-market erection. What's going on, dude?
Wow. All right. Pre-wrecked.
What are we getting into today? I think there's some puppet mania. These fucking master of puppets. What's going on? Elmo, why don't you speak on it?
Fucking puppets, man. I mean, what else
fucking
can you
puppets.
say? Yeah, the fucking puppets. But yeah, I mean, dude, like a lot of shit's happening. I mean, obviously the puppets are like really active on the timeline, man. They're getting a lot of people interested in not only puppets themselves, but ordinals, right? And I think I'm really bullish on them. Obviously, I mean, I hold a considerable amount of puppets myself.
God damn it.
I also have Pups Token and a bunch of
my
the derivatives.
gosh.
so
Okay,
it's
you're
like
bragging.
Full
Got you.
disclosure,
No,
right?
man,
I'm
no,
not out
man.
here trying to play games.
So
but
basically,
yeah.
you're a billionaire at this point.
I mean, I'm an undoxed puppet millionaire, baby. That's
You're
what I
a
am.
puppet heir.
Puppet Inu.
Yep.
You're undoxed, but you're here. So is that your face?
I'm doxed, man. Yeah.
Is
I'm
that your
sorry.
face?
Yeah.
Sabes.
I have to say, man,
Hang
this is a
out live.
fucking handsome group, man. I have to say, like, I'm attracted to myself.
Damn.
No, I'm kidding.
I mean, I usually don't swing that way, but
That's crazy.
For
This,
you.
this guy will try anything.
the puppets,
get out of me,
Yo.
bro. Get out of me, dude. I'm
Listen,
dude.
I mean, it's.
So what's the history though? Like, talk to us about the puppets, right? Like, where did this all start?
I mean, obviously, I spent quite a bit of time hanging out with Luca this week and a bunch of the puppets people, and I mean, like, really, it's like these things were just kind of released into the ecosystem with very low standards. People are just out here trying to essentially like create a lot of joy in the community around this stuff, and like it really took off at a grassroots level. And yeah, now we're
It
here.
did, right? I think like a little story like that was actually so Opium, right? Which is like the OG puppets, I guess pre-puppets, which is only like 777 supply, which is now what like 0.5 floor or something like that.
You know what? I haven't
Crazy.
even checked, but yeah.
Anyways, that was my first ever mint in Ordinals.
Oh shit.
On Inscribe Now, where it sort of took place. And then what was super fun was Inscribe Now at that time, like you minted and then you didn't instantly get the inscription. Like it took a while for I think people to get it, as well as it took a long time for all of the inscriptions to get indexed. Like it's not like today where it's like, all right, we have a mint, and then the next day or like the next fucking hour it's indexed on Magic Eden. It was like 2 days later, and so everyone in the Discord, the shed, was just like trading puppets. In the Discord. Like it was like one of the most crazy things, like OTC, just like randomly trading puppets.
And it doesn't even like it affects trading, but I don't think it affects trading behavior because if you have to wait a day for your index stuff, then the trading can begin. So, but does that teach anybody about patience? Because a lot of us don't have patience and stuff like that.
100% it does. 100% it does. And I think that's one of the biggest bull cases for Bitcoin that I've heard people talk about is like the fact that these transactions take time. So it's like you have to actually consider whether you want to exit position or enter a position, and like, the fact that like maybe your shit's going to get stuck in the mempool for a little bit if you're being stingy, right? So these are all things to take into consideration, and I absolutely love it, know.
Is our puppets a blue chip?
Yes,
Absolutely.
I think so.
At
this point, yeah.
Interesting. I mean, we talked about it last night on the space. Like, some people were saying, even Good Things was saying, like, go through a few cycles so we know that it is. But right now, it's an outstanding, like, definitely top 5, top 10 project, and it's like full sending in like art, memes. Control the memes, control the people, control the world, control the laughter. Control the narrative. What do you think?
I mean, dude, attention drives value at the end of the day, right? So it's like I always tell people, they're always asking me, like, how do you know puppets are going to be popular? How do you know they're going to have longevity? I have a lot of people talking about how, puppets being weird on the timeline is an execution risk. Well, whatever, dude. Like, I'm down. Like, don't tempt me with a good time. But yeah, I mean,
That's not even a punishment, right?
no, not at all.
Yeah,
dude. Like,
it's like I'll go to prison. Yeah, I got 5 new boyfriends. Ayo! What? What am I saying?
Wait, what the?
Come
on,
hey,
man.
That was a soundbite. That wasn't my voice. That's AI.
To that point,
That was gay eye.
to that point, that a lot of people don't know, but like puppets are actually
sorry.
minted on gay sats. So definitely something to take into
Oh,
consideration.
puppet. So
everybody.
that's why you got to put your hand in a puppet.
Yeah,
It's through the
absolutely.
rear.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
But do you think it's a blue chip though?
I think I'm attracted to fucking, keeping the ones I have. I guess so. Compared to what we know, what we've been trained at on testnet stuff, that, like those things that were always on top of Rarity Sniper, and you always saw
yeah.
them. Yeah. I mean,
Like icy tools and all that.
yeah,
sort of stuff.
Like it right now in those terms, it's a blue chip.
Yeah.
And you don't stop that. I mean, it's kind of the funniest kind of punk rock thing that could happen.
Well, I think now it's like it's literally a full ecosystem now, though. Like that's been built by the community itself, not by Le Puppeteer or anyone in particular. Like you have
Shrimp.sats who did.
Well, yeah, I mean you have like Swag, right? That's chief memer, right, or one of the biggest memers in the puppets. Then you have some other people that did the pups token. Then you have other people that did like what's his name,
Titanium
Shrimp.
Cheeto.
Yeah, like and then you have of course derivatives of that, like MK Ultra, the founder of PMBs.
Sakakex,
I mean, all of these
ketamines.
it's like literally its own sort of ecosystem that was built out of the memes and basically like fuck your PFP. You know what I mean? Like fuck your utility, fuck your PFP.
Dude, I mean, ultimately, like at the end of the day, I think with the execution and its like thesis behind the project, right? If you guys have read the manifesto, it resonated hard with a lot of people that got ate up last cycle, right?
Yeah.
Like it resonated very hard with me. Everybody was really sick and fucking tired of like listening to people trying to add this value and this utility onto stuff, and to have something come out and just be like, hey, we're just here to make money, and like you're gonna hate the fucking art, and that's why it's gonna be great. That was amazing. So it's like, zero. We're sending it to fucking zero. We're going to the fucking Louvre, and we're gonna create world peace. Baby.
Yeah, Elmo, 2 things.
Go to the Louvre.
Elmo, 2 things. My zipper was down. Nobody told me, so fuck you guys. Second of all, Elmo is a kind of like comes from a puppet anyway. Like, the name Elmo. Is that where that comes from, or is that like?
Yeah, I mean that's an interesting parallel there. I didn't even think about it. But
Yeah,
Like
you're
it's some sort of puppet.
Dude,
right?
I've been alive longer than half these
Puppet
motherfuckers that have likes and follows and retweets. Listen, but the other thing I wanted to say is, if you could break down in like a 1, 2, 3 punch of a little bit of the mission statement or the
Manifesto.
the manifesto, just for some people that like they can that don't know, because we're talking about fucking puppets here, and people are tuning in, and a lot of people don't know what that is. What do you think about that?
I mean, like I said, there is no utility, right? The only utility is literally a pushback to everything that we've seen everybody use as a value prop. That's saying that they're going to get some sort of like PFP or artwork within the museum. Guess what? Museums don't give a fuck, so I think that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And then ultimately, at the end of the day, it's like, world peace. Like, dude, we're in a serious crisis right now globally, and I think a lot of people kind of resonate with this idea of world peace. And so, like, having that kind of be also something that's like almost like a running joke in the background of this whole thing is amazing. But then also at the same time, it's like, send it to zero, right? Like, it doesn't matter. It's like, dude, you can send it to zero. We're going to be shouting, send it to zero. Or you can send it to the fucking moon. We're going to be shouting, send it to zero, dude.
So
We're gonna be celebrating either
I'm
way.
always saying, it's always, you want to do 2 things at once that balance whatever your pitch is, right? So like digging into irony. It's like you don't have a project that's saying world peace, we're here for world peace, and that's it, and it's not funny. It's got to be fucking funny, and then world peace is a kind of a serious thing that in words and concept, but together you're not really pitching world peace. It just sort of takes care of itself by showing like a herd mentality of like, let's just fucking have fun.
Absolutely.
And then that sort of like, there's bad herd mentality, which is like, and there's good herd mentality. Like when you go to a meetup, you buy a ticket to fly across the country or the world. You usually are not going there to be a bad person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're usually going, oh, this is how it is. People are cool, and so I'm going to be at my best because that guy's at his best. That girl's at his best. Let's be at our best. So, I mean, I don't know. That's what I think. What about Farmer Joe? What's going on with him? I know it's like on the little topic here under the pups.
I mean, Farmer Joe just absolutely loved the
He's the
puppets.
goat, man.
He is
What's
the
up,
goat.
Farmer Joe?
Yep.
Like so we were in NFT NYC, and obviously Pups, the sort of token that was airdropped to I think both opium holders and I think eventually puppet holders as well, and then also like Rune Pups and that sort of whole minor ecosystem as well. the pups ran up from like $3 while we were in New York to like $30 on Bitcoin, and then $100+ on Solana.
I was in the bathroom when you,
which is like a 1,000x.
I was in the bathroom of a club and it was really quiet, and then you just happened to call me and you go, dude, I think I'm rich.
Pizza Ninja, Calzone Ninja thing. You know what I mean? And
Calzone Ninjas, Trevor. Calzone Ninjas.
The
you know what I mean? He was on some bus, and like, you know, and I call him and I'm like, dude, get home, get to your computer right now. Pups is at $30. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think that you know, from there, I just called Farmer Joe and I'm like, dude, you're the fucking goat. And then I just hung up the phone and that was it.
Yeah. Last night he was Sleepy Joe, but we got him, man. He was up there. He was like, I'm gonna fucking talk, and he did, and I loved it. Other than that, you know, what are we moving to? Let's fucking let's fucking fight. What's going on?
Okay,
I mean, not
yeah.
physically. I don't want to like hurt you guys.
I mean, I'm down.
I'm pretty strong.
I mean,
puppets or node monks. I think that's the biggest
Oh,
fight on the
shoot,
continent.
okay.
Good things in
my gosh.
was it Solana Speed? Who was it last night? Almost, it was like, you know. But yeah, what's going on with that? Like,
Well, I mean,
there was a little bit.
How did that even start?
How
did that even start?
Ultimately, at the end of the day, dude, it's like if you're going to be shouting about how you're like the first or the best or literally fucking anything, you're putting a target on your back, right? And puppets like to clown around. We like to fuck around and find out. So it's like if you're going to put a target on your back, we're going to come for you. And so we're sitting there just kind of joking around, poking fun, and a lot of these people take it very serious. And so when they lash out, it just like feeds us even more, dude. It's like basic troll mentality. Like if you're a node monk right now, like stop bitching. Like,
so here's what I would say to that. It just look at, let's say, who we think or know who the founder of Node Monks is, right? If he ain't talking, then maybe don't make up. Just like if he ain't talking about first is this, just be a vibe.
Just be a
Well,
vibe.
it is in the. You could argue though, it is in the Node Monk bio, right? That sort of says the first.
Yeah, but he probably didn't even create that account.
I think the person
Shitoshi-
the person that or persons that founded Node Monks, I'm pretty sure made that account. So,
Well, listen.
I mean,
look,
listen.
okay,
I mean, come on now.
If you go back to when that Twitter profile was happening, back then there wasn't whatever the first was, so you have to type that in. You would think you just type it in, but now if you create like it just maybe they just haven't rectified it yet, but. Like there's no emotion involved in the sentence of first PFP. It's just saying that. Like on our Node Monks, we just say, or Node Monks, Ordinals, sub 8K, first anime collection. Because it is. It's the first anime collection, but it's like, who cares?
But to almost point though, you're putting a target on your back.
You're right. No, you are right. I'm saying the less you wear that as a flag, the less attacks you get. Just be a vibe. We can all vibe together.
I think
they're two different projects.
I think that's the best piece of advice. Like, just be a vibe,
Be a vibe.
or just push. I think other sort of value props probably for your project. I think even like yesterday, Frog Toshi, right, the founder of Bitcoin Frogs, was like. He was like, yes.
I love that guy, though.
He said in a tweet, he's like, yeah, I still consider Bitcoin Frogs to be like one of the first 10Ks or something like, or the first 10K. And I just responded like, interesting, because I think they're at like 500K or something, or maybe like
300K?
300,000?
Something like that?
I don't know. And I don't know. I just think anytime anyone wants to push the value prop of or like the main value prop of like you're the first at something, it's kind of weak.
Listen,
it's
go ahead, Elmo,
at
please.
the end of the day, dude, like I used to be in the military, and one of the things that they would tell
What
us
position
inside
did you
there-
play?
What position?
I'm sorry.
Combat medic.
Thank you
Combat
for your
medic.
service. No.
But like ultimately, at the end of the day, one of the things that they tell you there is like if somebody has to use rank to rectify something, like and like give you a command and like make you follow it, then obviously they're fucking wrong, right? So if you have to tell me that you're the first of something, then I mean it's like I don't know, dude. Like what are we actually doing here? You're pulling rank on me, right?
No.
And
I would just say, like I said, be the vibe, focus on what's now and then the future. Just keep vibing, and that shit capitalizes. Copy, paste, repeat, return to your computer. Don't go outside and see the sun and touch grass. Just keep building.
don't even
please
take
go
naps,
touch grass.
man. It's
Just keep
silly
building.
season.
Yeah,
It's
no,
silly season.
it literally is.
Leo,
Stop taking naps. Stop taking naps. man.
Leo, I slept 3 hours last night because I'm a fucking I just fucking tank. So but Leo likes to sleep 6 hours, and like,
Yeah, that was wild. When he
love
made that
that.
revelation of like, he's like, yeah, I'm averaging like, I thought it was gonna be like 3.
I
and
thought
he's like 6. And I'm like, what?
so bullish on a guy who writes nothing but threads, and he doesn't write side jokes about anything. It's always like on point, on brand, whatever he's doing, and he's providing value, and he does the show, and he's he doesn't care about his face being seen. It's not about that. He cares about the collective because remember, Clever thinks of himself, intelligence thinks of everybody, and so I just bullish on a guy that sleeps and is back to work. You know what I mean? And on his young partner, fucking Zach Meyer from Ordinals.
Oh, he's cool.
I fucking love that guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's fight.
Anyway, let's do it. I mean, listen. I think that covers. I think a lot of the pups or like pups ecosystem puppets. You know what I mean? Opium. They've had their day the past. I don't know. The past like 4 months, 5 months, 6 mons, and I think they're not stopping anytime soon.
So what's your bags?
All of them.
Okay, all of them. We're not going to talk about. Okay, cool.
Pups. I mean, I hold all of it, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's another thing too. Is like I feel like a lot of the node monks or whatever that, or at least OG node monks, also hold puppets, right?
Yeah.
So they understand like Good Things is out there, and he's having a lot of fun with it, right?
Yeah,
he thinks
I
it's
love Good
cool.
Things.
But then the people that don't have any exposure, they take it personal, right? And that's just what it is. I mean, it's cope at the end of the day.
Well, I think the hardest part though is you can't really tell a lot of emotion out of text or of course tweets, right? So you can't really tell if someone's shitposting or not, or they're just trying to troll you as hard as possible, right? And so you get a lot of people that obviously do have exposure or no exposure that are like, is this guy actually being a dick to me right now, or is he just shitposting? I mean, that's what makes shitposting really good is you don't know if someone's telling the truth or not.
You don't know.
Right?
You don't know. Ayo.
Little puppets.
We're all fucking puppets,
baby.
So.
Cream.
So how do you get exposure if you don't have like 0.4 BTC derivatives? Like the derivative culture of some of the puppets, and you got like CC0, which is dude. Those cats are hilarious.
Oh yeah,
I love what Lukey's done with that. Or Lucas, Lukey. But yeah, like what exposure? I mean, like PMBs, MK Ultra. I think that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
but
that's one of my favorite art.
But like, why are some pumping and some not? And is that part of and yeah, like what?
I mean, end of the day, man, it's got to have the blessing from the puppet community, right? And so it's like if you're going to be, there's going to be a lot of derivatives coming out. We see the base puppets. We saw chubby puppets yesterday, and like
puppets,
puppets, lay puppets, yeah, for sure. But like ultimately, at the end of the day, it's like, dude, if they don't get a blessing from the community, if these people are out here just trying to cash grab, I think people are just going to like throw a big fat fucking middle finger to them.
Yeah.
Can you tell us right now which puppet derivatives don't have or do have the blessing?
I mean, currently right now, Lay Puppets, obviously, they're building probably one of the most amazing, groups of not just males, but, like, females.
I love the females that are dropping their shit because, we need, like, the fucking voices out here because it's just bros pumping coins. But, like, I want some females to be, like, pumping coins. I'll buy, I swear I'll buy.
Oh, dude, like, at the end of the day, also, it's like if you're looking at these Lay Puppets, like, they look the closest to the actual puppets. And so I think that's kind of a really cool thing. Obviously, Little Puppets is a big deal. Cake's a fucking OG. Then you got Shids. Shids have been pumping today big time.
Yeah.
Shids also give you access to the Discord and these like special roles in the Discord. So I would definitely go check out the Puppet Discord and see what things like could potentially give you other access to it. Obviously, you have Sacco Ket. You've got Lotion. You've got
Titanium Cheeto.
Titanium Cheeto, man.
Yeah, that's been pumping again. I got the.
Damn.
I got the Twitter handle, so
I
care about it. Like I care. I want to.
Big Cheeto guy.
No, but it's more about like, hey, I'm paying attention. So some of these things are becoming like large leverage things. Like, hey, look, Titanium Cheeto may not be pumping, but if you hold some, we're saying you get this whitelist.
You're in the ecosystem.
That could be free for you, and that's it. Like it's all fun.
But I think so far though, only the mints that I think have come out of these derivatives have been. Sure, I'll take a mint. During show, I think I think the only thing that has come out of that is like if you hold Shids, I think the CC zeros and of course the puppet / opium. Yeah. So like all the other stuff is just sort of ancillary. I don't know. Is it really entering the ecosystem?
Yeah, I mean, you're that's a good
because you
question.
don't really get access to more mints if you hold the Titanium Cheeto or the Lotion or other little side things,
I feel like the only way that you can get access to the one that you really want to get access to is that if those derivatives pump because of a super cycle pumping the other things, and then just after the crash, you have to sell those derivatives and wait till the first, the OGs,
original, yeah.
and then just like save some money and then scoop up one
Typical.
by window shopping and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But like, how do you have the energy to time that play? That's just that.
It's almost impossible.
You gotta
right?
be a
It's almost
master
impossible.
trader, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
like you. I know you're a master trader, and you've been trading the
I'm-
pre-runes.
The
The pre-rune meta.
pre-runes better.
Right?
I'm not a master trader. If you want to be the greatest trader or the best builder,
Follow you.
You can't be both. You can't be Turhan. I'll fucking crush you. I swear to God, I'll crush you.
But no, I mean, like seriously though, the pre-runes meta, right? The prunes. The prunes mania
The prunes
is
meta.
here, right? Is here.
Yeah, I mean, Leo put out a tweet today. I mean, I think he's moved past the pre-rune prunes. What do you think about that? Like, I mean, we're over that. We're
I mean, no, it's crazy, right? What do you remember the date that RSIC was airdropped? I think it was end of January or end of February.
It was
so almost 2 months ago.
It
a
was
month ago?
definitely after the holidays, and we were like, "What's this? Who did it?"
Exactly. No, 100% was. I think it was like end of January. So like
Yeah.
that's 2-3 months away.
A good friend of ours said they don't think you don't. It's not who you think it is. It's someone who her guess is that. Oh, this person said that it's somebody who that doesn't have a name, but they are a genius.
Huh? Interesting.
Who did?
They don't have a name though.
I mean, they don't have a name like in the sense of like they're not known in the
The
space.
ancient Bitcoin.
But they really
world.
started this whole thing, right?
For
they
sure.
really started this whole thing, and
love
then
that shit,
post RSIC, everyone was like, "Holy shit!" This just turned into something massive, and it went, I think, all the way down to like $700, which I think is like 0.03 or something at the cheapest price.
Yeah.
And I think at its highest price went up to 0.15 or so, and now it's like 0.09 ish. But that is just printed for people.
Okay.
and it's probably going to print into the future.
So where are people looking to find out how many cents a token and the 42
Sure.
tokens per block? Where are they looking to go see? That's how much I have.
Right now, I think it's on a website called Whale Market or Whale.pro or something.
Whale
I think is the actual link
Just
to
want
it.
people to know because
Yeah,
sometimes
you
you're
can
so
see
busy.
you can see the open market for it. It's a bit you do have to like put down collateral though, so I don't know how accurate that is. You know what I mean? To really, but it's like I think today it went up to 40 cents
Yeah. Okay.
token?
Jesus.
40 cents
Okay. So
from
let me-
6 cents.
So let me ask you this: that's almost a 6-7%. 6x, 7x. So the thing is, sorry, that was
Gen math. The math maths. The math maths.
That was your skid flute right
That
there.
was my skin flute. Skin flute. You
Oh
don't
my
know.
gosh,
Yeah.
man.
What I'm saying is, what's your strategy? R6 keeping? You keeping runestones? Is one better than the other? I mean, we don't know who's speaking for R6, but we do know who's speaking for runestones. Like, are you keeping them both, seeing what they're happening?
Yeah.
Like, you start minting the runes. Like, what are you flipping? What are you keeping? Like,
So I
how are you
think-
balancing all the trading?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really doing much trading if I'm being honest, right?
Yeah.
I think my strategy is it's spread out across a number of these different sort of pre-runes assets. I think it's it's RSIC, Runestone, Rune Pup, blah, just think of the different pre-rune. I have at least like one of those things, but then in there's overweight positions like RSIC and Runestone and Rune Pups in particular, right? That I have a lot more of.
Yes.
That I've been mining since day one, right? Whenever the airdrop was or whatever the initial mint was, whatever it was.
And so
That's my strategy, and it's going to be similar strategy to when runes actually go live. It's like I want like buckets of assets in a lot of different things, at least to start, because I don't know where the fuck this thing's
It's
gonna
kind of like walking into a physical casino and you are standing in the center of like with the pit boss going, I have plays going on at the craps table, roulette, and I'm just watching. Oh shit, I'm winning at craps. Run over there and grab that money. But are we at the top? Like, is our runestones and other of the like these mining digital miners and these pre-runes, are they going to keep pumping until the day of when runes actually come out, or is like 0.09 at a runestone right now that the top?
Well, I'll let maybe.
Go ahead,
Elmo
I mean,
go
dude,
there, and
honestly-
I'm happy to give my opinion.
Yeah.
Honestly, I definitely feel like there's a lot of people entering this market currently right now trying to get exposure to runes. So I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if we do see those numbers like continue to gradually move up, just like we'll see the mempool continue to gradually move up, right? Like these are just things that are going to be happening as people are crowding into these trays trying to get some sort of exposure. Where that's going to stop, I have no idea, because there are some of these rune miners that are going to, not be obsolete after the halving. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah, I think my opinion is, people like Leonidas, people like maybe Farmer Joe, people like, I don't know, like similar sort of personalities right now in the runes ecosystem, and maybe even you, Troy.
Yeah.
I think that are just screaming at their sort of like high pitch noises you got to be on runes, or you got to be thinking about ordinals and runes. And I think like instantly people are listening. I think there's not a lot of going on in other ecosystems right now. Maybe like Solana shitcoins, that's sort of it. And they're going, okay, like, all right, I want to get into runes. How do I get into it? I think the first answer has been, at least for me, is like set up a node. That's sort of the first thing. But then a lot of people are like, all right, that's too fucking complicated to do. I'm not going to set up a node. So then what's your answer? I don't know, buy a pre-rune, right? And so I think that there's a lot of people that are like, oh shit, like runes is probably going to be huge. I don't really want to set up a node, although I'm pushing people to.
What's so complicated about setting up the node? Is
the amount of time. Like again, people don't want to do anything, right?
3 days.
People want to make money by doing nothing,
Absolutely.
right?
Yes,
that's the majority of people. Like we're not. I think
exactly.
the average person.
I mean,
right?
I want that to happen. I mean, I think there's a layer of
just being realistic.
There's a layer of there's a layer of doing that kind of work is kind of the opposite of onboarding a bunch of people doing that work.
Yeah.
Right? And we want to get to a place maybe one day where it's just like swipe, I got it. Like I swipe, I just like on my phone, I got it.
Yeah.
It's there. I can drive. I meant to think. Driving here. I meant to 3 things. I shouldn't be doing that. Do not do that.
Don't
You're not
make
me.
me drive. Don't make me drive.
Yeah, don't fucking do that. But my point is that I want to do that. I want to get in a group and just like we did on some ETH testnet stuff when big mints were happening and just they were complicated. We got together to watch and talk. What are you getting? And I want to do that kind of education. So like, I mean,
think about this. Like you have people on the ordinal side that are taking the time to set up nodes. You have people that are going to be sitting in groups sort of next week for the runes launch. All sort of getting prepared. And then you have people on ETH testnet that are still trying to farm Pac Moon or some bullshit like that. Like it's clear who's winning here, right? I don't know.
I mean, a lot of these people are winning though, man.
Like we're helping secure the network while they're farming, I don't know, imaginary. I guess we're also doing that too.
But if there's
testnet's
over.
ahead,
Elma.
I also feel like we're kind of in an echo chamber to a certain degree, right? So like obviously I think there's no doubt that runes is going to be like an extremely crowded trade.
Yeah.
But there are, in crypto, there's 1,000,001 ways to make money during a bull market cycle. And so I think my biggest advice to anybody out there is like, find your lane that you're really good at and just hone in on that and like tune everything the fuck out, right? Because I know friends that have been out there that are like mining stuff on like layer 0 and all this stuff, or farming on layer 0, and it's just like like they're making just as not much, if not more money than I am. It just is what it is.
And to the point, it makes your head clearer. Right?
Absolutely.
So, I mean, Farmer Joe was even saying last night, this is kind of my strategy too, just in general. I just wait.
Yep.
And if you don't sell, you probably might end up where you started if you didn't try to fuck around and find out, right?
Absolutely.
So it's like clear strategy, not mixed. Because if you have a mixed strategy that you don't know that is mixed, you're gonna get fucking mixed results. And you're gonna be like, why does this always happen to me? It's because you're not looking at you're not looking at the infrastructure that you usually trade with or operate with.
Well, I think sometimes people look at more action for more results, right? But that's not ultimately the case a lot of times, right? You could just sit on a bag of Ordi rather than trying to trade like sats and 40 other tokens, and you would have made more money, right? So sometimes you just don't. And I think that's been the case, I think, fortunately for a lot of people in Ordinals, is like the best strategy has just been never sell.
Exactly. It's like go camping up in the Angeles Crest Mountains, and you'd be like
throw your node out out the door. Just throw your ledger out there as well, and just chill.
Yeah.
A lot of times
shut
in
up and
trading,
chill.
a lot of times in trading, like I've been trading for quite some time, and I think like it's definitely good to make note of this, but like sometimes the best move is no move at all.
Yeah.
So it's like hand sit, like if you have high conviction plays, like sit on those high conviction plays. Don't let anybody like shake you out. If you're jumping around to like the next shiny thing, you're gonna get chopped out of the market 9 times out of 10. And like statistically speaking, most people that enter this market are not going to make money, right? So it's like don't be one of those bozos. Like that's it.
It's very tough. So where's the best place to like learn how to run a node? Like some people like just for me, download a Bitcoin Core, and you have to have over like 500 gigs of hardware space. I did it on I have like 10 terabytes.
Jesus, man.
On a thing. Oh yeah, dude. I edit movies, dude. I'm a fucking tank. I told you, don't fucking be me.
Don't fucking mess around with me.
Don't mess. Don't. So where like Bitcoin booze?
Yeah, no. So I think there's a couple things, right? I think one, pause, right? Pause, NGM at pause not going to make it, founder of Ordinal Faces.
Yeah.
He has a couple great videos. He's putting out a new one soon for all those degens that are looking to do it, I think, over the next couple days or so. I think also, being in different servers that are really helpful, right? Boo has a tutorial on how to do it. Ask questions in the Ordi-cord,
Yes.
right?
Discord.
And then I think from there, asking your friends, right? You probably know at least one person that's done it before or is trying to do it as well. Like, it's a lot more helpful if you want to do it together.
Okay.
Right? Be on calls with people.
Very good. Now, the day of, like, it goes live. Like, where are we at? Like we're at home. We're just like, okay, I got my node running. I am minting.
Yeah.
What does that look like?
Well, so I think the vast majority of mints, at least in that first week, probably don't or won't happen with nodes. Like, you might not even need a node, right?
Yeah.
You might not even need it. But I think what a lot of people are sort of, pushing to have a node set up is you'll still be able to mint stuff, right? You'll still be able to do things if all of the sites for etching runes first day or deploying are down, right? That's what the node is for. And also, hopefully you want to set up a node because you really want to secure the network, right? You want to stick around for a while. So I think there's multiple reasons to set up a node, but that is ultimately why I think people are pushing to set up a node right now, is to have a bit of an advantage if stuff goes down first day, first couple days.
It's a good psyop, man.
It's
a good psyop.
It is.
So, are we going to talk about some coins pumping and,
Yes,
and
some
stuff
of the
like
prunes.
that?
Some of the prunes.
Prunes, dude. I want to just real quick. BTC Machines, about a month ago. Back last February, or when BRC 20s came out. BTC Machines is an OG project, Ordinal project, gaming project. They dropped over 100,000 assets, before last year, and recently their ZBit token has been gone to $4 from like 30 cents. And they're on their way to $40. That's the mission, right?
Yep.
And then they dropped game stones, 112,777, because they knew Leo just got them with whatever. And, what does this kind of thing mean? I mean, it's a gaming project. These guys, Papo is 20 years gaming dev. They're both from Montreal. They've been nothing but providing. So, like, some of these coins are going to make it. These Z-bits convert to runes, or there's up into the halvening. The machines produce Z-bit. The mutant viruses produce Z-bit. But I'm wondering what happens after that. When the halvening happens, like, do these things don't produce anymore? But I'm just curious, like, what other coins? And even have you even heard of ZBit?
So I've heard of ZBit. I was there.
I've been telling you to buy it.
Yeah, no, I was there when it minted, and I know, like, I don't know if you remember that when that whole thing happened. During their mint, like, one bot or one guy was able to buy or mint 50+% of the entire supply or something. Damn. And like they had a huge issue with that, like where he was just bricking the floor for a while, and that was the whole thing. But no, I know of ZBit. I don't know a lot of what they're doing. I hold mostly pups, right? I hold sort of that ecosystem, and I know that they've been airdropping assets since day one. I remember asking them in like Bitcoin Miami 6 months ago, why are you guys doing this? Like, what are you guys doing? And they're like, dude, we're building a game, and it's just a part of the strategy. And I was like, damn, nice. I didn't even think about that, right? And that's what they're doing. Right?
Yeah.
You know more than me, but that's
they're very competitive. They have a bullish ecosystem, and out of love, they just wanted to top what Leonidas did. But it's all like they don't really care, but they did do it. As soon as he dropped that, they just dropped more assets, the game stones. So those are going to inform some things, and BTC Machines floor, just like they're at 0.25 now. I mean, they've already been at 0.28. Yeah. And they're just back there again.
And that's like the OG asset,
That's
right?
the OG asset, yeah. But moving forward, what else is there? Can we scroll up a little bit, please? Thank you. Producers are asleep. No, I'm kidding. No. They're totally active. I love these guys. So, like, what do we think about the Vikings here?
Yeah, another
Tiny Vikings.
Another prunes project, right?
Yeah, did you move yours and did you get yours?
Yes, I moved them. I have them. I think Elmo knows the most about.
Oh, please, Elmo.
No, I wouldn't say that I know the most about it, but like
Some.
ultimately at the end of the day, like it was the one of like 2 things or 3 things that I heard the most about during NFT NYC. Like everybody was talking about how bullish they were on the community and what they were doing with Tiny Vikings. Obviously, we got a lot of people talking about how, there's some alpha coming with, the Pizza Ninjas, Node Monks, and Hashlings. Those were big. And then obviously puppets, but I don't
the Pizza Ninjas, like,
yeah. I know you wanted to talk about the Calzone Ninjas.
The Calzone Ninjas, Trevor, I told you we were going to say Calzone Ninjas. That's the new name of the project.
So
Calzone's better, man.
What's the alpha? What's the alpha, brother?
Dude,
you've been like, I remember yesterday, you're like, we won't
talk.
Calzone Ninjas
We won't talk about the old guy that was directing traffic. What we'll talk about is that pizza bus tour, to me, was the best fucking thing. But
Damn,
that
I thought
aside,
our event was. Damn.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry, Chad. I'm so sorry.
The people were the alpha.
So
No, I love pizza, so I would have loved to go.
By the end, we went to 4 different pizza shops around Brooklyn and New York and whatever. But the last one, it was great. I can get into that later. But the last one, Trevor stood up in this beautiful pizza shop. It's beautiful. And he had a little iPad and he showed us a fucking it was almost like a, whatever.
Steve Jobs.
A presentation. He's like Steve Jobs. He was showing a presentation of a game that's related to Pizza Ninjas. Sorry, Trevor. To Pizza Ninjas. And I have to tell you, irony, fucking comedy. Trevor fucking nailed it. You know, CB Spears was there. I think Frank Degas was there in the back, whatever. I don't care whether they were there or not. I'm just mentioning that they saw it. And it's very funny. Something about these characters you have to eat and they poop if they're not healthy. It's very simple.
Bullish.
It's so simple.
Damn.
That's all I got to say about it. And
Is it like a play to earn game?
I play to earn to relate possibly to runes. I don't want to give too much away.
Oh, shoot.
But
Got you.
dude, dude,
Wow.
you don't listen. I don't care what anybody feels about Trevor. I just fucking love
I
what
didn't
he
know
did. And I was fucking bullish as shit.
Dude, if
So-
we're mining shit, that's the most bullish thing I think
Oh
I've
my
heard
God,
you say
Trevor
all
nailed it.
day.
I have to say, whoever was there, you chime in if you.
I want to mine some lotion, right?
Dude,
sack of cat.
There we
Jurgen,
go, baby.
Yeah.
There
Are
we
you
go.
jerking around or what?
Yeah, Jurgen me.
But other than that,
Staying moisturized.
Other than
and
that, I
in
mean,
your
you
lane.
had during NFT NYC there was another airdrop. I mean, listen, I think Jake Gallen, right, put out a tweet going into a little bit of airdrops and just some of these other projects. The Ordinals ecosystem has been airdropped almost $1 billion in value over the past 6 months.
I mean,
$1 billion.
Billion?
wait, Jake.
I believe that's the market cap value of all of the projects that have airdropped, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not that that's value, right? But I do think, and of course, if everyone sold, it wouldn't be $1 billion. But it certainly has to be I don't know, in actual dollar terms, $100 million. I don't know.
I'm excited. I talked.
That's crazy.
I talked to Jake for a second. Won't say what it is,
Good
but
Ponzi.
I am fucking whatever he's got coming out.
He's
I'm y'all.
I'm bullish on
Get
Jake.
ready, fucking to be bullish in a way that is going to make you digitally boner for all sexes and
Yeah.
genders.
Well-
So, but back to blobs, that team. Cypherpunk's lab,
Goats.
the Blob Army, whatever.
E-Lock.
This was supposed to be some kind of mint, but it wasn't. They redirected while they were staying in Jersey.
Yeah.
During NFT NYC, probably not enjoying themselves as much, even at their own party. At their own parties maybe, but they fucking just airdropped a bunch of these blobs, 10,000 of them, if you will, and they were just printing.
Yeah.
And obviously it's going to be informing if you hold, whatever, there's something maybe coming or I think that was the word. But I just can't believe these guys. They're just they're a not-for-profit company and they just keep producing and they're the core contributors to the protocol.
Yeah.
Talk about who not to fade, but that's just my take on it.
I really like the art as well, and it was
Yes.
cool to see that they airdropped it, right? And I think there was different things you had to do in order to get the airdrop. But I thought it was really cool.
And it's a precursor to what's coming next for that, with the mask.
I guess it's supposedly the sort of entrance into the Neuro Labs ecosystem,
the Neuro
or
yeah.
Cypherpunk Labs ecosystem, I guess, is what I've been told.
Yes.
So we'll see. But I mean, moving on to another project as well, you got the Ink, right? Ink on BTC.
Yes.
Right? I had some choice words for
You
this.
did. You did.
Elmo,
Why did
what
you do
think?
that?
Elmo,
I mean,
what do you think?
ultimately-
we haven't heard Elmo's thought. I want to hear Elmo's thought.
you got it.
Listen, man, there's going to be a lot of derivatives out here. There's going to be a lot of people that are just copy and pasting what they think, did numbers on ETH, right? That's just what's going to happen. And ultimately, it's if you're looking at Ink, that is exactly what's happened, right? It's they basically just took Azuki and they put a fucking green background on it, and then they sold it to a bunch of people that were really hyped on the first anime collection on Bitcoin, right? So it's
But obviously that's not true because we got the real first anime project on Bitcoin here, right?
There we go. There we go. Ordinals.
I don't know. D's nuts.
What I'm
Look
saying,
at that.
But look, I'm going to be a little contrarian here.
Jeez.
No, but
Okay, yeah.
No, I appreciate that, Elmo.
It was marketed that way, though. It was
I don't
marketed
know if
that
it
way.
was though. So I actually think it was marketed as they had a Marvel animator as
okay.
And it was like going to be really good art, anime art. I don't know if it was like the first, but anyways, go ahead, Troy.
No, so
Yep.
so even that said, can we not fight for the fact that as a Marvel animator, can and who probably doesn't believe that he was trying to do something with like Azuki or whatever. But even if they did, can it not be like I'm doing it for the love of the homage of something that maybe he liked? Maybe he loves Azuki.
Yeah, but
You know what
that
I mean?
obviously wasn't clear, as well as we don't really know if the guy is even a Marvel animator.
Okay.
You know what?
Can you confirm it?
I mean, I just like that my team became.
How many times in the last cycle, you know this very well on ETH, how many times in the last cycle, Troy, did we see, we have a Marvel animator, we have a Marvel artist that's doing our art, we have a fucking DC comic guy, how many times?
Yeah, I've seen it once, and the only one it was when we did the Gutter Cat comic, which was a real real Marvel comic, and it fucking sold 12,000 copies because we fucking.
No, and I get it. Listen, and I get it.
Sorry, I
you
just
you get what I'm saying though. You get what I'm saying though. There's hundreds, thousands, hundreds of thousands of different sort of Marvel artists or Marvel DC, and this is again not to disrespect the artist. It was just that's how it was sort of pitched in my eyes, and then. To me, it's just so similar that it has to be an Azuki derivative. Like, why didn't they do it the other way? Why did they do it the same way as Azuki? Why did they do the colors?
I don't know, but what I did like how they handled it though. After that, like some FUD, whatever, like that, is that
How did they handle it?
I know, like there was a funny art piece with there was like a female male looking thing.
That was
and
funny.
about a few. It was very funny. The Retordinals started the Retordinals were just like having fun. If the great thing about this space is if you get trolled, just like we did with Ordinals Are Dead, when people were saying Ordinals Are Dead, we fucking named the show that. You to make it as an anthem, and that's what they did, because I was in their Discord, and they start making fun of themselves because they actually believe in their own project. Good for them. You turn somebody who's joking on you, and it's like you turn it into an anthem. Not that it's their anthem, but like they got stuff to do. Like that's their art now. And they're going to build a comic. That's what they got. That's what they're going to do. So I really appreciate motherfuckers who, when they get trolled, you can pivot in this space. It's how you pivot. You can't do that in Old World. If you're doing a TV show and you get we got a lot of weak people that are founders in Web 2. So I do appreciate that they talked about that. Anyway.
Absolutely. You got to lean into it, man. If somebody's going to take
So
shots
good for you,
at you,
Inked. I really
embrace it.
appreciate that. I mean, not that I'm anybody.
But also at the end of the day, it's like we're going to see a lot of projects coming out here that are going to claim that they have so-and-so exec on their team or whatever the fuck, right? And they're going to be throwing big names out there. Yeah. And it's like people got to understand that like there may have been like thousands of people that have held that position in the matter of like 10 years. So it's like look into it, like actually see the actual names, like do a little research, see if these people are legit. Because like, BG was saying, it's like, dude, there's fucking thousands of Marvel animators probably on the payroll right now as we speak. So it's like, just because they were a Marvel animator, that doesn't mean shit.
It doesn't, but I have to say,
it's also going back to the thing earlier of like rank.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just like
What do you mean rank? I forget.
No, like when we were talking about earlier of you know what I mean, like the first sort of thing, right?
Oh yeah.
It's like this, like in the military, like if you have to be like, oh, I'm this, so like you should respect me, or like you should do this.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like this space is so anti that, right?
Yeah.
Like as soon as someone goes, oh, I got a degree at like Harvard, you're like, okay.
But
in any other sort of industry, that's like holy fuck, like we need to bow down to you.
Like that TV guy on the space last night. Like what the fuck, dude? Like come on, man.
I thought we were gonna call him out, but fuck it, let's do it now.
Yeah, check the receipts, bro. Check IMDb, fucking TV.
Send us an email. Send us an email.
I'll fucking smack you.
Anyways,
I don't
maybe
give a shit.
let's talk about like cool receipts, right? OMB at Christie's.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool, right? A full set is being sold at Christie's. I think has 3 or 4 more days left on the auction.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I thought that was cool. At first, I was like, wait a minute, Christie's. I was thinking, is that a movement? But I'm like, oh, free Ross, fucking movement.
Yeah.
So who the fuck am I? I don't give a shit.
And more recently, right? Elmo had free Ross tattooed on him at Ord LA.
Really?
Right across my chest,
on
baby.
his chest, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fucking do that. Meet me halfway. Yeah, baby.
Damn, baby. No, I wanted to get it as well, but I'm a little bit hairy on the legs, so I needed them to, you know what I mean?
Okay. We'll be back after these.
Yeah, no, I'm a little bit, you know what I mean? I know.
He wanted the neck tat, actually.
I know.
I felt like he had a couple too many beers to confirm whether you wanted a neck tat or not. So
price predictions.
Yeah, we really got to know price predictions.
Price predictions.
$750,000.
That's fucking anti-bullish, bro.
What?
That's bearish. 750 grand for all four?
Yeah, for all four. That's
No,
what I'm,
for four of it's covering whoever made those choices are making choices, right?
Making
right?
choice
It's
choices.
They're like choice. It's like that's choice meat. That's you know
Yes.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that girl.
No, I'm saying 750.
750?
I think at the end of the day, we've already seen a couple six-figure sales at auction at like Sotheby's and whatnot when it comes to ordinals. And if this auction doesn't fetch at least like, like a seven-figure price or like higher, then it's like we're definitely going to see, I don't know, people maybe second guess their position.
I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
I felt like
750 grand for 4 JPEGs on Bitcoin. That's a lot of money.
Oh, that price is wrong, bitch.
Okay.
So Chad's gonna be like $1, like we're on fucking Price is Right. No, I think, dude, it's like 1.25, 1.75, dude. I'm just saying, let's fucking go. That could be. I don't know.
Listen, I'm proud of OMB regardless of the price.
Yeah.
I'm making a price prediction.
Yeah.
To be entirely
I'm probably
honest,
low.
I say 1.25.
To be entirely honest with you, I think like with that Tiananmen Square OMB alone, like I would pay fucking top dollar for that. So it's like I'm legitimately telling you, like I feel like I hope this hits like a nice little seven-figure price.
Well, what you pay for it is what you think it's going to be in 10, 20, 30 fucking 30 years. So I say fucking, I don't know. I see the number of 10 million, maybe not the sale, is like down the road. Yeah. Are you kidding me? We're going to be at 1 billion inscriptions at some point. Talking about the other protocols that are on top of the protocol, it's going to fucking tentacle out. Dude, we're infinity inscriptions. It's going to be infinity. There's no ceiling to this at all.
Yeah.
They're talking about inscription-wise. So if you get it at 1.5 or even 750, you might as well be robbing the company. So that's all I
you're
gotta
not
say
though.
about
It's going to free Ross, right? I
Dude,
think it's going to a good
legit.
cause.
I'm saying
that's legit. Like Hill Shills, apparently Ross's mom ended up contacting her. I'm actually like working with my sister trying to figure out. My sister's a lawyer, like a top litigator in the country, and I'm actually like trying to work with them and their team and trying to figure out how to like build some sort of defense for it. Yeah. It's probably going to be an uphill battle, obviously, considering the whole circumstance. But it's like dude, I got this shit tatted on my chest.
I think within the next 1 to 5 years, the way that the Bitcoin blockchain, like the white paper and why it was invented behaves, it is teaching people how to fucking behave like that and not getting fucking walked like a dog by governments.
Fiat.
We're going to be walking the dog.
Oh yeah.
We're going to be walking the dog. I don't give a fuck if I sound like gangster Turhan right now, but that's what I
mean, that's the whole
believe.
thing though is that government
Remember,
like we should not be afraid of governments. Like governments should be afraid of people, right? Like that's what it ultimately should be. But I think too often we have too many sort of NPCs, and the governments are just continuing to take more and more power.
Is this a sellout? Is this a sellout move right now?
Not at all. No.
Is this like our OMB punk rock or not?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay. I don't know. All right.
Okay,
I mean,
go ahead.
I mean, like, honestly, I love what they're doing with the OMBs. I think it's a really fucking cool project. I think it's got some of the coolest art on Bitcoin. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's like if they really feel that it's punk rock, I just not say that it's punk rock. I feel like a lot of the people in the community kind of like they feel like they're obligated to tell people that this is like rock and roll. And you're like, dude, that's not really what a punk rocker would do, right? So again, not trying to foot anybody's bags out here or talk shit on ZK or any of these people, but it's like just let the art speak for itself. Let it be self-evident. Let people know. And you guys already built that up. So
yeah,
let it ride,
have they not though?
I think they have. I think they have.
I think the art speaks for itself. I mean, like, and I think that there's been very minimal, I think, even rhetoric from ZK himself of like this dropped on the Super Bowl, and then like he didn't say anything for like 15 to 20 days, and then he just put out like a couple of videos, and then it minted.
Yeah.
So I think it's spoken for itself. I think pretty fully. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the way he's executed it with going in and like, inscribing kind of on these rare blocks, like first and foremost, or these rare sats first and foremost, like I think that's pretty cool, and that embodies like an idea of like graffiti culture, right? Which a lot of these, old school like Bitcoin miners and whatnot, they kind of look at us as like people that are like, cluttering their sats and like doing kind of graffiti. So I think it speaks to the culture in that way, like on several different levels. So I think that's kind of interesting for sure as well.
When I look at the art, I want to commit crimes.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's pretty punk rock, no?
That's pretty punk rock.
No, I want to commit crimes.
Yeah.
When I look at the art, I think
Somebody watch
crimes
this
aren't
guy.
really crimes.
Somebody watch
Yeah.
this guy.
Like painting on walls that don't belong to you. Like there's poetry in that. It's like you're creating something while destroying something that no one gave you permission to except yourself.
Yeah.
And that's a very, like, some people don't understand that. I'm not saying these were on walls, but some of them are. But like, it's just like, that's what I look at when I look at the art. You know, I don't see a bunch of whatever somebody's, when you drive by, you go, oh, the Squiggly Line Project. Well, then fucking take that as an anthem, because it's actually not that. It's fucking, it's very hard to draw those things. You think it's easy, but it's not. Try to mimic it. It's not, without tracing it. It's not. It's very hard. And I do like the way Tony talks about it. Like he just, to me, he doesn't believe in generative art. Or
Yeah.
he wants to put an end to that. Not
Yeah.
like, I mean, so that's an interesting discussion.
Well,
I'd love to talk to him about.
Talking about, I think OMB a little bit more as well. We just came back from NFT NYC, right? And they had an OMB dinner there, but wanted to talk a little bit about NFT NYC. How'd you like it? I know, Elmo, you were there as well. You went last minute, right? I think you were
Last minute, dude. I actually
Bless?
sacrificed some ETH NFTs to actually
Fuck
make
yeah.
it there.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
If you can make it there, you just got to sell your NFTs because you can make it anywhere.
That's what I've heard.
So what did you think, Elmo?
Dude, it was a life-changing event. I think
wow.
the opportunity for me to like actually meet a lot of these people in person that I've seen on Spaces and whatnot, and just like look them square in the eye and like kind of catch a vibe for them was like priceless, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I thought it was super cool. I thought,
Did you get laid?
No,
I'm sorry.
no,
I
I
just
didn't.
wanted. I wanted to change things up a little
Dude,
bit.
Come on now,
I'm
come
about
on,
my
bro.
business, man. I'm about my business.
I'm a
so-
businessman, baby.
Come on,
a
brother.
businessman. No, but like ultimately at the end of the day, it's like I really do think that like the ordinal presence there was like unparalleled. Like there was a lot of people out there that were like, yeah, I went to an ETH event. I even went to an ETH event and a Sol event, and it's like those people
You
still
traitor.
have bear market mindsets, right? Like they don't understand that any of this shit is going on, and it was like all celebrations and fun and like let's kick this motherfucker off with any of the ordinals people. So it was really cool, man. I was excited about it.
Nice.
What about you, buddy? What'd you like about it?
No, I loved it. I thought the weather kind of sucked.
Oh my
right?
God, those
But-
first 2 fucking days.
But no, the rest of the time was really nice, right? I mean, we had our own little event there as well for Bitcoin Art House. I absolutely loved it, right? You were there, and yeah.
Oh
and
yeah.
Elmo
Oh yeah.
want to be there.
Oh,
as well.
so
like,
the
man, like I thought I had a blast. Like that was my second NFT NYC. Last year, I didn't actually have too much fun. I was just with the wrong sort of friends. But
Yeah.
this NFT NYC, I had a blast. Like, really did.
I walked from the W 42nd Street. I was like, I'm a New Yorker for 20 years. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna walk to that boat that's on the west side. And I had a W umbrella, like they give you umbrellas, a nice umbrella. I'm like, the further west I got, I was wearing these Chuck Taylors. Like,
Oh
you don't
my
wear that.
gosh.
And dude, my feet were soaked. It was cold. People were calling me, and I was getting bitter and bitterer and bitterer.
Bitterest?
And then I got in line, and then Frank D. Gods walked past me like, how you doing? I'm like, dude, I was busting nuts before you were a nut.
What the
and no, I didn't say that to him. Like, I love this
Oh
guy.
my
I
gosh,
love
man.
we're friends. But it was
people
just
loved New York for the puppets, right? It was a puppet
yeah,
town.
But when
man.
I got on the boat with my feet
you were on
all
a
drenched-
boat?
the yacht boat.
Magic
Oh,
Eden.
Magic Eden
boat.
party. I
When
didn't go to that.
when
I went to the Wizards.
When the music was popping, I forgot about my wet clothes and my shoes.
Gotcha.
I was just dancing. You know what I mean? And everybody, and I was like, I was smoking no weed. I was completely sober the whole fucking time.
You're a pretty good dancer.
Oh, dude. Check the fucking receipts. So but like that, the Pepe, the rare
Pepe
the rare
Gallery.
Skrilla thing
Yeah.
on the rooftop. Inscribed Pepe was dope. Fucking the pub key. That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
alpha.
Pub key is the alpha.
Pub key
That
was
was the alpha.
Pub key was the alpha. Everything was happening there from like.
It was the alpha last year, right? So if people go again this next year, remember Pub Key.
Yeah, I don't
remember
think
that.
I went to any ETH events at all. Maybe one. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't.
I wasn't
going to
go to a Milady rave because I listen. I used to sell drugs at Milady raves. Like, I mean,
Damn.
not Milady.
This
no,
guy.
For real?
No, not Milady rave. Sorry. No, I used.
Oh my
to,
God,
no,
man.
When I was like 19,
Kids,
at
don't do
real,
drugs.
At real raves, and they don't feel
Yeah.
like raves to the way
Oh,
raves
got
I
you.
used to
It's
go
kinda
to.
pussy
I'm
stuff.
sorry, but like,
But
crush.
Elmo, I mean, talking about your experience at NFT NYC, I'm sure there was also some of the things that you were you're working on and have coming soon. So
Yeah.
What are you up to, man?
Yeah, I mean, I had an opportunity to like actually meet with a handful of people and kind of show them what we're working on over at Orange Cube, which is pretty awesome. Like Orange Cube, if you guys haven't heard, is a curated art house that deals specifically in ordinals. and we're getting ready to do our first release. And so, yeah, we have finalized the first of 2 inscriptions. I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, our first artist is Tantan. Tantan is a killer Tezos artist. She used to be a Flemish painter. She was Flemish-trained painter. And over the bear market, she kind of learned how to have ChatGPT essentially teach her how to code. And so, like, now her medium of choice is essentially creating these video games, right? And for the first time ever, you guys can check it out. This is actually the first piece that we're going to be releasing. So yeah, no, this is awesome. It's totally interactable. We actually have, this is the high edition piece. We have a low edition piece that's also going to be released in tandem with it. And
Sweet.
ultimately, at the end of the day, this high edition piece will actually interoperate with the low edition piece as well. So a lot of the work is kind of dealing with this idea of posthumanism and online existence, as well as like digital archaeology. And when she showed me what she was working with, I thought it was literally the perfect work to release on Ordinals, right? So I'm super excited. If you guys want to learn more about that information, obviously follow Orange Cube. You can follow me if you want to, but like most of my posts are just puppets and all other bullshit. But yeah.
You know, thank you for all that. You know, when I heard last week, and Griffin had said this, you know, Chiral, he was saying 11,000 people just joined your Discord in one day. Like, like what's bullish for an art collective, collaborative, you know, incubation project?
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, that was
do you attribute
happening literally live at IRL Alpha. I essentially inscribed a coding terminal on Bitcoin. Bless basically approached me and was like, hey, you know, a lot of these new companies, they like to inscribe their website on like the Ordinal or on Bitcoin and essentially try to see if they can catch some sort of attention on ord.io. And I was like, you know what, dude, I'm not about doing what everybody else is doing. I want to do my own thing in my own style. And so what we decided was like a better idea was to create a coding terminal that people could interact with and essentially answer like 5 different questions. If they can answer those 5 different questions, they can get the about us, they can get the information about like what Orange Cube is and like what our goal is and the mission statement. And then they also get a code that gets spit out at the bottom that they can take into our Discord and then get a special role. So yeah, no, it's it caught a lot of people's attention. We got like
bravo, dude.
Yeah, over a matter of a few hours, we had about 10,000 people join. I thought most of them were bots. But we tracked the way that they actually entered the Discord, and it seems that about 88% of these people are actually authentic and legit. So it was pretty exciting. We were actually like, our Discord crashed, our website crashed. It was pretty fucking crazy. We literally broke the internet.
Yeah,
Fucking wild.
wow, dude. Do you attribute that? Do you attribute that to the coding mechanism or just the interest in art and like who's behind it, like yourself and?
I mean,
your teammates.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, it's like we got a stacked team of about 6 people that are helping us out with this, and you know, they're a bunch of OGs, but a lot of people don't know necessarily any of those people
Who
that
they
are on
are,
the team.
yeah.
I think really what struck a chord with people was the idea that like we were releasing something that most people haven't seen before, and it definitely spoke to this kind of cypherpunk nature, which is in Bitcoin, and that's what I'm all about, right? Like I've worked with a lot of museums and a lot of various projects on ETH and whatnot, and trying to essentially get artwork appreciated by some of these major museums, and ultimately at the end of the day, I feel like they just don't give a fuck, and you know, the only way that I believe that they'll actually give a fuck is if we actually create something that's like self-evidently cool as fuck, right? And like something that like people will absolutely want. So I mean, if you guys are interested in art, buy the art. If you don't, like, I don't give a fuck. I don't want you to buy the art.
Yeah.
But like really, we are definitely bringing something that's very unique into the Ordinal space, and I'm excited to show you guys.
Yeah, dude.
I can't wait for it.
When mint? How much do I need? And yeah.
I mean, okay, so most of that information, I've you know,
that's our
talked it
show.
over with my
No.
team. Yeah, I can't necessarily release all that information, but like I said, if you stay posted on our you know, Twitter or get active in our Discord, we'll be releasing that information as it comes out. And trust me, we're gonna be rolling stuff out here soon. So I'm excited.
Well, Elmo, I want to say, dude, from Troy and my son, what's your name? Chad? Chad. We
Chad.
say
Who are you?
Chad GPT.
We want to thank you, dude, man. And
Thank you.
And that's it. This is like a lackluster fucking thank
No,
you.
no, yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, are we done? Are we done? Hey, and that's our show. See us tonight on fucking IRL Alpha. Where we
7
do-
p.m.
7 p.m. And we'll see you next
next week.
Fucking send nodes. Send fucking runestones.
World
Send
peace.
it all.
These nodes.
Send it all higher.
And yeah, baby.
Higher.
Ordinals are fucking dead. What's up, Swag Toshi?